Hi there! Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Julie DiMatteo, the Paper Pixie, and in today's video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this adorable Cactus Cuties gift box. It holds one of the large extra 35 stick gum packs, a cute little gift, especially for possibly the crafter or the mom in your life, because the container is great for all things storage, craft supplies, activity packs for children. It's a really great container for all kinds of things, but this is a really quick and easy gift box for that, featuring the Cactus Cuties bundle, and I absolutely love this in fresh freesia. So let me show you how to make this. We're gonna start with a piece of fresh freesia cardstock that measures 7 7/8 by 9 inches. And along the 7 7/8 inch side, we're going to score this at 7/8 and 1 3/4 from each side. So I'm just going to rotate it 180 and repeat 7/8 and 1 3/4. Then I'm going to turn it 1/4 of a turn, and we're going to score this at 2 inches and 2 7/8 inches. Again, repeat the same on the opposite side, 2 inches and 2 7/8 inches. And that's all the scoring we need to do. Next, I'm going to fold and burnish on all the score lines. All right, now bringing in the template here for you, we're actually going to cut out the 4 sections in all 4 corners. I've got this in portrait here, so the shorter side along the top, the longer side along the side. And I'm just going to come in with a pair of paper snips. I'm going to come in 2 score lines and cut up 2 score lines, and we're going to remove these 4 sections in each corner, like so. And I'm going to repeat that in all 4 corners. All right, like so. And then bringing in the detailed trio punch, I'm going to come in and round these top 2 corners and these 2 corners. You want this again to be in portrait mode. You got your 2 sections here on the side, and it doesn't matter whether this is the top or the bottom. They're both the same dimensions, top to bottom. So I'm just going to come in again with the detailed trio punch. The key is that the corners you round are all the ones that are closest to each other. And then our piece looks like the template. I've got 4 pieces of the Pansy Petals Designer Series paper. 2 of the pieces measure 1 3/4 by 4 1/8, and 1 piece measures 3 inches by 4 1/8. If you had a directional pattern, you want all 3 pieces to be in landscape. Now, one of the 2 smaller pieces, we're going to want to round the top 2 corners here on the long side. I'm just going to use the detailed trio punch for that, like so. All right, so on the outside of the box, we're going to adhere the rounded corner piece to this rounded corner section, the larger piece to the large center section, and then this final smaller piece to this section here. I'm going to go ahead and do that with multi-purpose liquid glue. All right, like so. Now's a good time for us to put our little Velcro closure on. And I love to use these Velcro thin clear fasteners. These are 5/8 of an inch in diameter. You get 75 circles in the box. And if you're interested in checking out these, I've got them linked on my favorites page, thepaperpixie.com/favorites. And what I do when I get the box is I actually sandwich together all the hooks and the loops so that I am ready to just grab and go. So these are all sandwiched together. I'm just going to cut off one to use. I'm going to pull the backing off of the hook side. That's the side that's more clear versus opaque. And I'm going to stick that on the back side of this top rounded corner section, like so. Then I'll pull the backing off of the loop side, which is the more opaque side. And I'm going to fold up on the second score line from the bottom and fold that flat. And then the first score line from the top and fold that flat. And that's using our score lines to line up exactly where we want that Velcro thin clear fastener to go. So now that's right where we need it, like so. Now I'm going to come in with my tear and tape, and we're going to be on the back side of this section that does not have the round corners. And I'm going to go ahead and do 2 strips on each side, only going up to that score line here. I do like to use this metal ruler to help me tear the tape. And I'm just lining up those 2 together because we've got kind of a wide section we're going to adhere this to. All right, so we've got that tape there, and this is ready for us to start to put together. So I'm going to come in and remove the backing from all 4 pieces, like so. And I'm going to fold this over, and we're going to line up this edge right along here. And then we want to make sure that we line up this cut edge with this fold line. So just take your time here. So while we got one edge done there, my next trick is to put the gum container in there to give you a little bit of leverage for this last piece. We're just going to tuck that under, and again, lining up that bottom corner and that edge. Just like that. We can press it down now that the gum container is in the box. So there's the box put together. I think it's time to decorate it now. All right, so we're gonna be using the Cactus Cuties bundle. It's a photopolymer stamp set bundled with the Cactus Builder Punch. I'm also pairing that with the Stylish Shapes dies, which is a brand new set of dies that I haven't put into my organizational system yet, but we're gonna be using the large circle and this small sort of rounded rectangle shape here. And then we're gonna be using the layering circles dies as well. I've done a couple of the cuts ahead of time. I've got a 2 5/8 inch diameter circle from the layering circles dies in basic white. And I've cut this die from Stylish Shapes out of fresh freesia, but I love that texture on there. We're gonna layer these two together. I just love that pop of white behind the fresh freesia. We're gonna adhere this to the front of our gift box here, but I'm just gonna put liquid glue on half of the circle. We wanna make sure that the half of the circle that we put down is at the top here. And I'm just gonna center that top to bottom, left to right. And what you can do is open this, and that'll give you a little bit more leverage to press down. All right, so we've got that adhered. All right, now why don't we have some fun creating our little cactus here? I'm gonna take the little pot and I'm gonna stamp that in crumb cake, and then our cactus in soft succulent. And then we're gonna have some fun with the sentiment here. We're gonna create just a hello. I've got some Post-it tape here. I've got this linked on my favorites page as well. I'm just gonna tear off a small piece, and I've got my sentiment here, just a note, but we're gonna come in and mask the word note. And we're gonna ink that up in fresh freesia. Now the trick here is to pull off your mask before you stamp. And with the photopolymer, we can see exactly where we're stamping. So I've built that just a hello sentiment. And the sentiment possibilities become endless when you think about masking your stamps. All right, so let's come in with the Cactus Builder Punch. And I've strategically stamped these in the way that I have so that it works with the punch itself. And we're first gonna punch the pot out. Now, what's different about this builder punch from some of our other punches that work with stamps is there's actually not gonna be a white outline here with our punched out image. I kind of love that about this. It's sort of foolproof, and you're gonna get a full stamped image once you punch this out. So there's our pot. Then I'm gonna move on down the line here, and I'm gonna go ahead and punch out that small cactus piece, and then finally the large one. Now the last thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and die cut our sentiment just a hello. Again, using that Post-it tape to help keep this die in place. I'm gonna go run that through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And there's our cute sentiment. I'm gonna bring in the silicone craft mat here, and we're gonna go ahead and build our cactus. Using multi-purpose liquid glue, I'm just gonna put a little strip of glue right here along the bottom of the large cactus. And then I'm gonna take the pot and put that right over top of that. The silicone craft mat is great, especially when you're working with liquid glue to keep your surface mess-free. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom of the small piece and tuck that up underneath like so. How cute is that? All right, so with our cactus, I'm just gonna take liquid glue on the back of that, just a little bit. And we're gonna put that off to the right side here. Gonna pop a trio of dimensionals on the back of our sentiment. And we're gonna pop that up right here. And then finally, the loose flower flourishes. I'm gonna grab a fresh freesia flower for our cactus flower. Just gonna affix that with a mini glue dot. Stick that right to the back, and we'll pop that right on the front of our cactus there. How cute is that? I'm calling this the Cactus Cuties Extra 35 Gum Gift Box. But so many other things that you could fit in this gift box. It's a great size. The finished dimensions are 3 1/4 inches in height, 4 3/8 in width, and 7/8 in depth. And it's a really great gift box. Kind of looks like a little clutch. The other added bonus is a gift card will fit in there as well. So great for teachers' gifts. And I just love the way this turned out with that Cactus Cuties bundle. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss my next video. If you're interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post with all project measurements, details, and a picture of the template. I'd love to have you come visit me at thepaperpixie.com where I post projects to inspire you. If you give this project a try, I'd love to see what you made, so feel free to share it on social media with the hashtag #PaperPixie, and I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.